Good morning. It is bright and early, 6 o'clock, and we woke up early to see the sunrise and the hot air balloons. Look how many there are now. Wow. I don't know if you can see, there's a big herd of people right there. You have to pay 20 lira to go up there. Actually, that's where we went last night during the sunset, that we actually missed pretty much. So we might do that tomorrow. Or there's also like two people like right there who have probably just like climbed up this little hill. I think that would be so nice too, and have it all to yourself. Anyways, I'm mesmerized. So Cameron decided to go to bed because I guess, yeah, he's tired. It's still like really early in the morning, so honestly, I don't blame him. We've been getting really bad sleep over the past 3 nights. Like, it's just always so loud, and people were talking outside until like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was just very uncomfortable. Anyways, it's fine. Some thoughts on the hot air balloon experience so far. I don't feel FOMO, surprisingly, not being in a hot air balloon. Number one, I think I mentioned it's like super expensive. It's like 250 euros per person. So that's like 500 euros. And if we convert that to Canadian, it feels even worse. So honestly, it's really expensive. And the second thing is that Cameron is afraid of heights, so he probably won't enjoy it as much as, you know, someone should, considering the price tag. So honestly, like, I'm fine with it. And I do feel satisfied just looking at it from afar. So no regrets from me. I think it's fine. Let me give you a 360. So right now we're standing on the balcony of our hotel. And this is what we're seeing. It's amazing. There must be like at least like 200 balloons. Okay, maybe not 200, I don't know, but a lot. And as we keep turning, we see more of these caves. And yeah, there's obviously nothing going on in the back here. All the action is in front of us. My guess was 200, and I just counted and it was around 78 in total. So I wasn't too off. I was pretty off. We learned that all of them are girls, except him. He's the only boy, and apparently boys are not as good as listeners as the girls. That's why they have mostly girls. And I think this one is the leader. This is happening. Oh my gosh. Hi. This is happening. So we finished with the camel riding not too long ago. It was fun. It wasn't that comfortable to actually sit on. We had to spread our legs open really wide, and imagine doing that for like over an hour. It was, oh yeah, I'm not flexible. Anyways, it was not that comfortable, but it was still fun. And now, oh yeah, And we learned a lot about the camels, and typically they live up to 35 years. And the one that I was riding on was an albino, so it was very special. Anyways, we are here now at Uçhisar Castle. This reminds me of the monastery that we visited yesterday. Lots of rooms, and it's this soft ash material. This is quite impressive. It looks like a really big anthill. And Cameron did some Googling. Apparently this castle was occupied by around 1,000 people from different empires, including the Hittites and the Byzantines. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. This is probably the kitchen because there's a big hole here, and there's also a little chimney. We're at the top of the castle. So we were at the Uçhisar Castle. We've already walked a long way, and now we are trying to make our way down here at Pigeon Valley. We're going into the valley. It doesn't look like there's many people. We just started, but like it seems that it's not very common. Like even when we were looking up there, we didn't see anybody who was walking like actually in the valley, which is nice because that means we'll have this place to ourselves. I found grapes. I'm coming for you. Yay, I found some grapes. Oh my gosh, they're pretty soft. Oh, but they're really sweet. And they have seeds. These ones are yellow. I found more grapes. They go all the way up. And there's grapes here too. Do you see them? I think there's also an apple tree here. So much fruit. Wow. This is crazy. Look at all the fruit. We found a pear tree and we just tried one and they're pretty good. There's squash here too. I'm having a great time on this hike with all of the foraging. That's like my dream. This is the Uçhisar Castle. And then we have such a great view of the other caves. And no one is here. We've passed by like maybe 2 or 3 people, but it's so quiet.
They're so small. Look at them.
Oh. Look at those fairy chimneys. They look like mushrooms, don't they? Mom, Dad, are you seeing this? So cool. Okay, We're doing something a little sketchy. We just went out of that crevice and now we're going on this sketchy path, and Cameron said that there's another tunnel right there. I don't know if this is part of the path, but we're gonna see. Okay, we're backtracking and we're going back into the tunnel. I'm gonna take you with me. Ready? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I see the light. Okay. We're alive. Okay, it's been 1.5 hours and I'm done with this. I just want to go back to the hotel and drink some cold water. I said I'm done with it, but these views are just so cool. I want to burn these images in my brain. Look at that mushroom. I love it. I don't know if you can hear that or see that, but there are a million wasps in this bush. Look at that one. It has a satellite dish on it. The original board for that hiking trail showed that it typically takes 3.5 hours. For us, we made several wrong turns and multiple detours, and we finished it in 2 hours. I'm quite proud of us, and we are back at civilization. Look at these dogs. I don't know if you can tell how big they are, but they're huge. And look, he has friends. Thankfully, the dogs here look like they're quite healthy, and probably they get fed lots of food. We are walking towards the open air museum. We walked here from Goreme to this place now. Honestly, I'm dying. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit at least 30,000 steps a day. This church is the typical size. There are so many churches that are in the immediate vicinity. Like even down there, we passed by like 2 or 3 more that are maybe even smaller than this. But anyways, this is our view. We're at the top of the steps at the open air museum. It just keeps going on and on. A lot of the faces are vandalized for some reason. Okay, I've been seeing these little like niches everywhere, and I was like, why are those there? Like, they're not necessarily functional. Like, you can't really put anything in there. And like, they're everywhere, right? And Cameron explained to me that they're for the pigeons. That's why it's called Pigeon Valley. I mean, like, I knew pigeons were important, but like, I didn't know that those were the houses for the pigeons. So, the more you know. We are now walking to Gorome and getting some dinner. Okay, this is our view from dinner. We were here yesterday to watch the sunset. And here's the rest of the city. And what I wanted to point out is that that hill right there is Uchasar. And we walked all the way from Uchasar through Pigeon Valley and all the way back to Gorome and to the open air museum and back as well. We did a lot of walking today. This is dinner, mixed grill with some hummus and some barley rice. Good morning. It is around 7:15. I told myself that I would sleep in because I really needed to catch up on sleep over the past few days, but I already like naturally woke up at 7, so I'm like, oh, I want to rush out and go see the hot air balloons. So Let's see. Oh my gosh, this is just so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, here, let me show you. When in Cappadocia. I just asked this hotel right here if I could just go up for a moment to see the hot air balloons because there's a lot of obstruction from my side. But he said it's 30 euros, so no thank you. All of the balloons are concentrated in this one area, and I can tell that all of them are drifting a little bit to the left because probably it's like really windy up there. And also I counted there's about half, there's actually less than half as many as there were yesterday. So I'm glad that we woke up early yesterday to see this because it was nicer yesterday, I would say. Yeah. We're at Love Valley right now to see all of the fairy chimneys. And look what we came across, this little cafe sitting area. Oh my gosh, this is magical. And look, we can see all the fairy chimneys from here. We're gonna go down as well to get a closer look. This one here seems quite impressive. There's like so many fairy chimneys that are in a singular structure. Wow. Spot the cat. That's a very loud cat. I don't know if you can hear that. Whoa. The real Pigeon Valley right here. Okay, we're going back to the hotel to pick up our stuff. This was another great hike, and we only bumped into like a handful of people. Like, it's so quiet down here, and the fairy chimneys are just so impressive. They're just massive. And yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it for our time in Cappadocia. Our next journey is to Istanbul. Last look at the fairy chimneys.